Right, so lesson number 19, and we're going to do something from The Lion King, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? If you want to take a screenshot of this one. And we're going to do the right hand today, and one of the reasons why I'm looking at this is we've got some new rhythmic features, and mainly it's this dotted note here. So this dotted note here adds on half of whatever it's attached to. So if this one here is, normally we're used to this sort of plum being worth one note, or one beat, sorry. If we add on a dot to it, that adds on half again, so this becomes 1.5. If we had a dot on this one, so this is 2 beats normally, our pair, if this had a dot on it, it would add on half of 2, half of 2 is 1, so that would become 3. So we've got 1.5 here, and usually it's balanced out somewhere else, and that other half is here. So this is a quaver, which is half of what we're used to seeing here. These two are quavers, we know them as apples at the moment, and if we take one away, there it is with one note and its little tail, and there it is with a little fancy tail, and it's a little bit curved when it's not attached to something else. So we've got 1.5, a half, that makes 2, another 1.5, and then another half there. So go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So in your head, today we're going to need to count like that as well. We're going to need to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And just once again, we've got 4 beats in the bar back again here. We haven't had 3 the last few times. We've now got 4 again. We've got something else here. We've got another tie like we're used to seeing now. But essentially we've got plum, apple, and then that last bit of the apple is held on for a little bit longer. So we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and plum, apple. And then rest, apple, plum, plum. And then this one here, once again, we haven't played this for a little while, but it's 4 beats long. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and plum, apple, 3, 4, 1, apple, plum, plum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, apple, plum, apple, plum, plum, apple, plum, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a rhythm. Let me just play it to you whilst we've got the music here. Wait for my keyboard to turn on. There we go, here we go. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Apple, plum, plum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Apple, plum, apple, plum, plum, apple, plum, 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 1, 2, 3, 4. So, on the piano, it looks like this. Now, the fingering for this is a little bit all over the place. So you do your best, and it doesn't really matter in some places if you switch what I'm doing. I will do what's comfortable for me, but I'll also try and make it as simple as possible for you as well. So we're going to start on G. We'll start up here. Why not? And we'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So G, E, D, G. We've got, in our head, we've got to count out 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And once you've done the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you've got to go plum, apple. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and plum, apple. So what I'm mainly doing with the fingering is trying to start a phrase with the top note, or whatever the highest note in that phrase is, and then I'm ending on the thumb with my at the end of the phrase with the lowest notes, if that's the case. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 plum apple. So E C A plum apple. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and plum apple 3 4, and then we're going to do a little skip. This thumb here is going to go down to a G, and it's G C F E D. And once again, that little phrase we've got here is sort of spans between the G and the F, so use the thumb on the G, and then the top note, which is the F, use the 5. So, apple, plum, plum, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if we remember with the music, we've got that rest there as well. Before the G, C, F, E, D. So we've got that rest there, which means we need to, when we count it in, we've got to count that rest as well. So 1, 2, 3, and rest. Apple, plum, plum, pear. Well, I suppose it's longer than a pear. So that whole first line looks like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and plum apple 3 4 1 apple plum plum 1 2 3 4. The next bit on the bottom line is rest. Actually no, we do need to start. We're going to keep our hand in the same place. We must start on 2 on this one because we've got a G later on. So 1 apple plum apple. So A B C G G rest. Apple plum apple. 1 2 3 and rest. Apple plum apple. And we're sort of used to doing this now. We've got a big octave jump because we use the high G. So after we've just done that G there, it's going to go G, E, C, C, A. So G, E, C, C, A. So if we put those two bits together, we've got rest. Apple, plum, 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 apple, plum. One more time. 3 and 1. A, B, C, G, 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 E, C, C, A. And then finally, we can sort of keep our sort of hand where it was before and just go F, E, D, C, C. So all plums. Plum, 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 plum. And then hold that one for 4 notes. So that whole second line looks like this. 3 and 1. A, B, C, G, 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 E, C, C, A, F, E, D, C, C. Or in fruit, rest. Apple, plum, 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 apple, plum, 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 plum. So, the whole of Can You Feel the Love Tonight in the right hand, or the chorus for this song, looks like this. Starting on the 5. Done 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 1. Apple, plum. 2, 3 and 1. Apple, plum, apple, plum, apple, plum, 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 plum. One more time, without me saying anything. 1, 2, 3, and. Slight mistake in there, but that's okay. One more time and just without a mistake. Good luck, and I'll see you for left hand tomorrow.